The following is a presentation of the United Wrestling Network.
Welcome to Championship Wrestling, presented by West Coast Pro Wrestling. I am James Kincaid, alongside the United Television Champion, timeless Levi Shapiro, and we have to talk about what happened after we went off the air last week. Dan Joseph with just some inexplicable actions. Let's take a look.
Damn it! I can't have it! You can't have it! Nobody! No, nobody's. Trash title, trash champion, trash everything, trash! Get... You're gonna see this. You're gonna want to see this, baby. Oh. How about a little fire? Huh, Scarecrow? Huh? I can't wait. See ya. Woo! Woo! I'm lit, baby! Ah! Oh, shit. Oh. Oh. No!
Dan Joseph set the Arizona State Championship on fire, Levi Shapiro.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. He's a madman. He shouldn't be trusted.
Clutching that TV championship very tight. We need to get an explanation from Dan Joseph, but coming up in our main event, the Hollywood Heritage Championship will be on the line. Richie Slade defending against EJ Sparks. This is Championship Wrestling, presented by West Coast Pro Wrestling.
The following contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, being accompanied to the ring by Jamie Iovine from Brisbane, Australia, Cece Chanel.
Getting set for action in the women's division, I guess. A women's division that Nico Marquez originally tried to eradicate, and now that role has apparently gone on to his right-hand man, Jamie Iovine, who tries to continue the embargo of the women's division.
Yeah, couldn't eradicate it, so he is trying to dictate the direction of this women's division. Poor Cece Chanel, who is, she's a great competitor, but she's under the thumb of Jamie Iovine.
Looked very, contradicted when she had to basically, against her will, attack Heather Monroe last time we saw this.
Yeah, she had to do it. For her own career's sake, because if she didn't, she'd be gone.
And introducing her opponent from Los Angeles, California, Viva Van.
The hell-bent vixen, Viva Van, has certainly had a lot on her plate and a lot on her mind. Kind of power walking right past Jamie Iovine there.
Making a beeline towards Iovine. And Cece Chanel is going to have her hands full with Viva Van, who has returned to Championship Wrestling with a vengeance.
Viva Van was offered some form of contract, and we know how dubious those contracts from the matchmaking office can be. I mean, just look at what Cece Chanel has been put through.
Yeah, not tilted in your favor, for sure.
But last time, Jamie Iovine giving Viva Van the ultimatum, pointing at Heather Monroe. Are you going to be this, the opposition, or are you going to be this? And then pointing at Cece Chanel, going along with the whims of Nico Marquez and now Jamie Iovine when it comes to the future of the women's division.
Well, I would hope Viva Van would come to the conclusion that it's better to die on your feet than live on your knees and under the thumb of Jamie Iovine.
Rear waist lock early on by Viva Van. Should be a great matchup if Jamie Iovine allows it to go to a conclusion.
Yeah, taking a page, like you said before, out of Nico's book. But what's lost in all of this is just this rejuvenation that we've seen in what the women's division could be if they would only let it happen.
No question about it. Side headlock now by Cece Chanel. Easy for me to say. That's a tongue twister for sure. And now the strikes by Viva Van. We've seen how impressive Viva Van has been since returning. Got a victory over Milo Matters. Was going toe-to-toe with the Killer Bay until that match didn't see a finish.
Yeah, and I would have loved to have seen what that would have done for either Heather Monroe or Viva Van. Again, that power structure in this division. Speaking of power, what a shot from Cece Chanel, the Viva Van. And looking for the approval of Jamie Ivy.
As Chanel used to say, she can go from sweet to psycho in a hurry with those strikes, but drop toe hold, nicely done by Viva Van. And and some tough love there from Iovine on the outside, James.
I don't think there's any love there. It's just degrading from Iovine to Chanel.
Saying you know better than to tap out. You know, apparently part of that contract. Again, doing the bidding of Iovine. Finds a way out of that hold there with the jawbreaker. So nice counter by Chanel and follows in. And now uncorking the strikes. Upstairs, downstairs.
Yeah, lighten up Viva Van in the corner. Being backed away by the official there. Iovine not amused, and Cece Chanel continuing the attack on the Hellbent Vixen.
Keeping up that full court press after the punches in bunches. And down goes Viva Van.
Iovine is impressed. Cover.
Only a count of 2. Looking for the victory. Now the frustration there on Iovine on the outside.
He just said we could have been home by now.
There you have. I mean, you know, gosh, Chanel's got so much pressure, and now grabbing the leg.
Come on.
Want me always in your face like this? You're not going to sign with me. This is what it's going to be like. All right? All right?
Iovine essentially saying that the can either work for you or against you.
No doubt about it. And said, you know, you're not going to sign with me. This is what you have to look forward to. Going to make her life a living hell. Inside cradle now by Viva Van. The weight shifted back and forth. Both competitors trading near falls here.
My goodness.
And back to square one.
So many near falls in short order there. Oh, what a pump kick from Viva Van.
And Chanel facing, hold on, here's the suplex with the bridge. Nicely done. You know, facing Iovine on the outside and the pressure that's got to put on her shoulders. And then, you know, what's going through the mind of Viva Van at this point? Do I sign? Do I want to deal with this every time I'm in the squared circle? Neck breaker there by Chanel.
I mean,
and Cece going for the cover. Hold on, hold that thought. Count of 2. Close call.
I mean, Viva Van's got to see the treatment that Cece Chanel is enduring, though. How could she want to sign with a person like Jamie Ivy? I mean, listen to this clown.
Yeah, and, you know, sent Cece Chanel and Ruby Reyes at the time out to try and stop Heather Monroe and Halston Body from a women's division ever happening.
Exactly.
Chanel going up top here, looking to go high risk. Don't see her go up there often, and it doesn't look like it's going to be high risk, high reward, at least not in this case. Uh-oh, this is not where you want to be. She did this to Milo Matters, you'll remember.
Yeah, the reward could be all Viva's if she has her way right now.
Death metal singer takes her down with the percussion of a bass. Chanel cannot escape.
Not able to break.
Here is your winner, Viva Van.
Well, Cece tried her best to get out of that pinning predicament, but in the end, Viva Van was able to hold her down.
Yeah, but with the body weight down and the arm seized, you'd have to be Houdini.
Yeah, well.
My. Do my eyes deceive me? What is happening in this ring right now, Heather?
What's happening is Jamie Ivy sticking his nose in my business. I just wanted a match with Viva, and you give it to your little pet Cece instead. And you know what, Jamie? I want my match with Viva. Give it to me.
Okay. All right. I'll think about it.
Yeah.
Think about it. Better think about it with a big yes. Hey, you don't tell me what to do, Bob.
Are you or someone you know suffering from drugs or alcohol and need help? With private insurance, treatment may be available at little or no cost. By calling us with the patient's private insurance card, we will explain all treatment options. Admissions counselors are standing by. All calls are confidential. This is a free service. Take the first step. Let us help you today.
Call 1-800-943-5966. Is your bathroom looking old and worn out? Want to update it, but you don't know where to start? Then let BCI Bath & Shower show you how to turn that old bath into an aisle of beauty and functionality. Our residential bathroom solutions provide the best value on the market, and our customer service is second to none. Our cost-effective BCI Bath & Shower family of products has what you need.
Remodeling our bathroom was a big decision for us.
They didn't make a mess out of our house at all. And at the end of the day, we had a beautiful new bathroom. And it was a great experience the whole way through.
We have the best monthly payment programs in the industry, with payments as low as $68 per month or no interest, no payments for 18 months. For a limited time, be one of the first 100 callers who schedule a free in-home consultation and receive $500 off.
1-800-913-0649. That's 1-800-913-0649.
Factory trained and certified installers made in the USA, and discounts for seniors and military. BCI Bath & Shower, the leader in affordable bathroom products.
You've decided to go back to school. Good for you. So, which would you rather do? Get up early, get dressed, drive to college, find a parking spot, walk across campus, only to sit in a giant lecture hall, or earn your degree from home with Independence University.
I have 2 small children, a 10-year-old and a 4-year-old, so the online format and the flexibility was a must.
I could work at my own pace, and I was still able to take care of my kids while going to school.
We'll even provide you with a new laptop and tablet to keep when you graduate, and a personal student success team.
I have had such personalized attention, and it's an online degree.
If I had a question on the coursework, I always got my answer within an hour or 2.
I will never be able to express what I owe this institution.
Independence University, online, but never alone.
Call 1-800-768-2670, 1-800-768-2670.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily May here at Championship Wrestling with Gentleman Jervis. So you're getting ready for a match with Keita Murray, but how are you feeling going into it without Sweet Robin Shaw and everything going on with the Friendship Farm?
It's nice to see you, Miss Emily May. And Keita Murray, I want you to know that I think you're a great up-and-coming wrestler, and I'm going to give you my all. I think you deserve nothing more than my focus and respect. But with that being said, my heart is somewhere else. You see, I have a problem leaving behind bad relationships. I just want everyone to love me, but that's not always possible. Sweet Robin, I know you're a good person. I know there's someone sweet in there. So I ask you, next week, meet me in the center of the ring, and I'll give it one more shot for us to make up, shake hands, and exchange hugs. Otherwise, I'm going to have to leave you behind.
Welcome back to Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. Jack Farmer standing by ringside with the Bodega. Slice Boogie, you've been instrumental in the success of the Bodega, particularly with that protection you're wearing.
Oh, we're not protection. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. We're talking about me versus Jordan Cruz getting the opportunity of a lifetime.
His lifetime.
Yeah, Jordan Cruz, he got potential. One day in the future, he might be something. But I'm the present. I don't care about the future. I don't care about the past. I'm the present. That's why I'm standing here in front of your face. Do I look like I'm playing?
No.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the Bodega, the United Wrestling Tag Team Champions, you guys have had some issues with the Hogsmen recently.
Joaquin, what's up, puppy?
Mi gente.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't do that. Come on, we like you. Don't mess it up. Listen, I got a question for you. What's a hog?
A pig.
A pig, right? Where we from, we eat pigs for breakfast in our bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches. We eat pigs on Thanksgiving with our pernil. We eat pigs for dinner with the chuletas, arroz con habichuelas. So what I'm trying to say, Joaquin, is we eat hogs. And you know what happens when little piggies go to the bodega?
What?
They squeal. So Mikey boy, if you want to go get your little piggies, your little hogsmen, and bring them to the bodega, bring them here to try to take these from us, you lost your mind. Because Papa, he's always hungry.
Starving. Hey, I don't think there's anything else that needs to be said, but he is Slice Boogie. Him, look at him. He's Danny Limelight. Me, look at me. I'm the King Fat Boy, Papo Esco. And we are the bodega where you can get anything you need. Don't do it. Don't do it, including a beatdown.
There you have it. Strong words from the bodega. More united than ever before. On the flip side, a tag team that isn't united as of late has been the Friendship Farm. We heard from Jervis before this, his plea for Robin Shaw to come next week and meet them. We'll see, if that comes to fruition. But right now you got Slice Boogie, who's been... No doubt about it. Danny Limelight saying, TK, you know what's going to happen. And Slice Boogie, he's known as the king of the concrete jungle for good reason.
Danny Limelight and the bodega, they turned trash talk into an art form. And yeah, Slice Boogie looking, sounding meaner than ever.
And introducing his opponent from Lafayette, Louisiana, weighing in at 203 pounds, Jordan Cruz.
Jordan Cruz, proud former Marine, former collegiate football player, all-around great athlete. And I'll tell you, I think Jordan Cruz, Showtime Jordan Cruz, is someone whose stock has really been rising on this program. It hasn't equated to victories as of late, but, so talented.
Yeah, it might not be showing up in the box score, but the people that actually watch Jordan Cruz go to work have to be incredibly high on him, and just the way he charged the ring. He's not going to be intimidated by the bodega.
Seen both of these competitors here on Championship Wrestling and in the past on pay-per-view on Primetime Live as well. I don't know if I would accept that one.
Yeah.
You shake Slice's hand, better count your fingers.
Yeah, well said. And to wit there, Slice Boogie with that stiff shot.
Mentioned Primetime Live on that show. Slice Boogie took on the likes of Davey Boy Smith Jr. and Carl Fredericks.
Pushed them both to the limit.
Sure did. And Jordan Cruz took on the Dirty Daddy, Chris Dickinson, who will be vying for the United World Network Championship.
Well, what do we got going on here?
Oh, you got, it looks like you got Guy Tweakazetti, I think, has made his way out here.
Talking to the bodega. We got action going on in the ring. What is Tweakazetti doing out here?
I don't know. He's kind of been the right-hand man of Jamie Iovine. Let's listen in. Tweakas, what's he doing here? James paying him off? What is this?
I don't know. The bodega, you've been on a roll. Maybe something in store. Iovine has something in mind for them. I don't know.
And I think. Oh no, Slice is going to get caught here. I think Slice wanted his cut of the money there. He saw money changing hands, and Slice wanted a piece of it and almost got rolled up, but ran over Showtime Jordan Cruz with that big shoulder block.
Yeah, Slice took his eye off the ball, almost cost him, but now right back in control. But look at Showtime Jordan Cruz.
Cruz has got to take advantage here. Opportunities when you're in there with Slice are few and far between. Takes the rug out from under him, follows up. Oh, look at that.
Innovation from Jordan Cruz.
Oh, like a bit of a flatliner there, but just so quick and decisive. Short flight, bad landing. And again, I got to think Tweakazetti out here. What did he pay off Papoesco for?
Yeah,
What's
kind of oh, God, what a kick from Slice Boogie to a defenseless Jordan Cruz.
Springing into that big back elbow. We got to go to break. Slice Boogie in control. We'll be back right after this.
Attention timeshare owners. This is an urgent consumer alert from the Timeshare Exit Hotline, a national company specializing in helping consumers legally get out of their expensive timeshare contracts. We're offering you a way to legally get rid of your timeshare. So if you're fed up with the maintenance fees that keep on coming and want to learn if you can terminate your timeshare legally and permanently, call today. Call the number on your screen today. It's a free call.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Diabetics understand all too well the pain of pricking your fingers. But now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can immediately reduce your pain. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 4 or more times daily, injecting insulin 3 or more times daily, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn about this groundbreaking new CGM technology. And if you have Medicare, you can get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 4 or more times daily, injecting insulin 3 or more times daily, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how you can get your own continuous glucose monitor or CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Attention! If you currently do not get health insurance through your employer, or if you do not have health insurance, or if you just got divorced or married, had a baby, moved, or lost your health insurance coverage, listen closely. You are eligible for a new health care plan using Health Insurance America. A family of 4 can make up to $97,000 a year and still qualify for a new health care plan. Get coverage for doctor visits, prescriptions, hospital, dental, and vision for as little as $25 a week with copays as low as $0. Health insurance rates have nearly doubled in the last 3 years. Stop paying the rising cost of traditional major medical and learn how Health Insurance America is saving people thousands of dollars a year on their health care plans. Don't waste hours on the phone or on a government website. Talk to a live healthcare consultant right now.
Call 1-800-709-1029. That's 1-800-709-1029. 1-800-709-1029.
You know, Slice Boogie seemed to take to offense a little bit when Jack Farmer, mentioned that protection that he's gotten from the bodega.
Yeah, well, I mean, whether he took offense to it or not, it's the real deal. He has used that to win matches.
Danny Limelight now.
And he's now going to be using that. Danny Limelight, shots to Jordan Cruz. No business getting involved.
Strength in numbers, and that's never more in play than when you're in there with the bodega. You're going to absolutely get smothered. And Cruz is in a bad way here. And I'll tell you, Slice Boogie's got so many ways he can hurt you.
He does, and right now this one is going to really hurt if he has his way with Jordan Cruz. One of the most precarious positions you can be in, could be a superplex coming. Jordan Cruz, though, showing the moxie to block it, pushing Slice back.
A lot of fight. In Showtime, Jordan Cruz. He's got the high ground right now. Nobody home for that back elbow. Swing and a miss.
See, Slice Boogie says, I had it scouted, knew it was coming, and now Slice Boogie right back on top of Cruz. Cover.
Fundamental into the cover after the elbow. Not fancy, but certainly painful and effective. The offensive playbook of Boogie.
That's the offensive playbook of Slice Boogie. It's the offensive playbook of the bodega. Winning ugly at all costs.
Yep, but they do a lot of winning. That's for certain. And look at this. You got Jordan Cruz in harm's way again and applying that full court press is Slice Boogie. A lot of heart in Cruz, but can he muster some more offense here? He does. Goes up top there. He's from Louisiana. He calls that the Big Easy and takes him down, but unable to capitalize. And this is a huge pivotal moment in this match, James Kincaid.
Yeah, able to reset a little bit that. He might call it the Big Easy. Nothing easy when you're in there with Slice Boogie, though. What's Jordan got in store for him next? Big time flying clothesline. Willing himself on is Showtime Jordan Cruz.
Man.
Drop kick.
A big clothesline. I bet he made some big open field tackles in his time as a collegiate football player on the gridiron, but now in the squared circle. Love that. Big flying neck breaker there by Jordan Cruz into the cover, looking to put him away. No, sir.
Didn't hit it the first time, able to connect the second, got a near fall out of it. Jordan Cruz, I think he's cycling in his head what to go into next in his bag.
What battles Cruz has had of late. We saw him against Phoenix's favorite son, E.J. Sparks. He got the respect of Sparks and finds his way out of the fireman's carry. He's got a variation of the sleeper here, trying to put Slice to sleep.
Slice won't be able to use that protection if the lights go out.
Slice, so much power. Backs Cruz up into the corner.
He's from the city that never sleeps, so Slice Boogie still able to fight on.
Oh, big power bomb, though. Man, digging down deep, drives him, almost puts him away.
Unbelievable. I mean, that was just a raw, vicious power bomb from Slice Boogie. I can't believe Jordan Cruz was able to stay in this matchup, get the shoulder up.
It's the perseverance and the heart of Jordan Cruz taking on the street smarts and the toughness and the aggressiveness of Slice Boogie. Something's got to give. What a match this has been. Going for it again. Oh, he escapes. Drives him down. DDT had the hooks in as well.
Cover him, Jordan.
So Slice couldn't counter that. Drape the arm. That's all you got to do. Here we go. There's two. Count coming. No. Foot on the rope.
Foot on the rope, courtesy of Papo Esco. Jordan Cruz had this match won.
Talk about protection. Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely. That is the benefit of the bodega.
I think Papo Esco was starving to get involved in this matchup. He's shifting that shin guard. He's shifting that protection.
We've seen this time and time again since he received it. Jordan Cruz got to look out.
And there it is, that big scissor kick. He slices, he dices, and he gets the win.
Here is your winner, Slice Boogie.
Tell you what, when you go to the bodega, you might want to get yourself a nice slice. Not in this fashion.
You need eyes in the back of your head when you face the bodega. I really feel for Jordan Cruz because I believe in my mind he had this match won if not for Papo Esco.
I think you might be right after that DDT and Papo put the foot on the ropes. Bodega, though, as you mentioned, they win ugly, but they win. And win and win. We'll be back right after this.
Here with Levi Shapiro, the United TV champion, and Howdy Price. Howdy. So you are defending that title next week against Jack Cartwright.
As correct as you are, Emily. I am saddened and dismayed to learn that Jamie Iovine is abusing his power once again. Jack Cartwright, you pulled off an upset victory against me. People are calling it that, and it's what it is. It's an upset. You shouldn't have been able to score that victory, and I'm going to put pure punishment on you once we step inside that squared circle. And I'm telling you one thing, you are not going to leave that squared circle on your own 2 feet.
I agree with you, Levi. In fact, I'm not even going to call it an upset. I'm going to call it a unicorn moon because that's how rare it is. And when you meet us next week for that United Television Championship, we're going to throw a scrap to you, you little rat, and it's going to be a steel trap courtesy of the Charging Bull with the golden horns and the iron claw gold holder. Howdy.
What's up, y'all? It's Ice-T. Now, you never know what's going to go wrong with your car. It could be a transmission, could be the timing chain or that check engine light. Now, can I tell the future? Absolutely not. But I do know it's not a matter of if your car will break down, but when. And before that happens, you should call my friends at Car Shield. Their administrators pay for expensive car repairs, so you don't have to. And that's the truth.
CarShield is America's #1 auto protection company. Their administrators have paid out over $1 billion in claims and cover most vehicles from 5,000 to 150,000 miles.
If it wasn't for CarShield, I would have paid a lot of money out of pocket, and I would have been too happy. When I bought my used car, I didn't expect any problems right away. But when it broke down, I'm glad I had CarShield.
Another truth, I drive with CarShield. Just like you, it goes against my principles to throw money away. I wasn't always famous, and who doesn't love saving money on expensive car repairs? CarShield is like a guard dog protecting my wallet, which gives me real peace of mind when I drive. And you can take that to the bank.
With coverage through CarShield's administrators, you'll receive 24/7 roadside assistance, courtesy towing, rental reimbursement at no additional charge. Plus, with CarShield's nationwide coverage network, you can choose the mechanic or dealership of your choice no matter where you are.
So in 1 year, I saved $2,500. That's amazing.
I don't worry about car breakdowns because I have CarShield.
Some of y'all sitting at home might end up just like me, walking. Especially if you get hit with a huge car repair bill you can't afford. Or you could call my friends at CarShield and see that saving money on expensive car repairs is really a smart move.
Protect yourself now against expensive auto repair bills. Call CarShield for a free and instant protection plan quote. Once your car breaks down, it's too late. Call 800-319-4849. That's 800-319-4849.
Mary and Shirley both need oxygen. Shirley lost her freedom the day she went on oxygen, but Mary has the ultra-compact Inogen 1 G4 oxygen concentrator from Inogen. It's the smallest and lightest model we've ever made, so she'll always have the oxygen she needs anytime, anywhere. The sooner you call, the sooner you can reclaim the freedom and independence you deserve. Call now for your 30-day risk-free trial.
Call 800-600-1268. That's 800-600-1268.
Do you use Viagra or Cialis? Have you been thinking about trying Viagra or Cialis? What if we can promise you the same results for less than $3 a pill? If you're paying $20 or more a pill for Viagra, you're getting taken to the cleaners. Our pill delivers the exact same results for less than $3. We'll do the math for you. You'll save more than $16 a pill for the same results. Want more? We'll give you 40 blue pills or 40 yellow pills for $99 and add 4 more pills free. You save more than $500. Stop overpaying for expensive prescriptions. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know what to do next. You need to call now and get your 44 pills for just $99. Stop overpaying for Viagra. Call us anytime, day or night, and start saving big money for the exact same results. Have your credit card ready. Ordering is fast and easy, with your pills delivered to your door in a non-marked package. Call now.
Attention! If you've had a hernia surgery after 2006 and suffered from serious side effects such as infection, chronic pain, organ damage, mesh shrinkage, or mesh migration, you could be eligible for financial compensation. Call the law offices of Wright & Schulte right now at the number on your screen, or visit meshjustice.com now. Ethicon, a subsidiary of Johnson & Johnson, has withdrawn its PhysioMesh flexible composite mesh from the market. Again, if you've had complications from your hernia surgery after 2006, you could be eligible for financial compensation. We can find out what type of devices were used in your surgery. Call the law offices of Wright & Schulte immediately at the number on your screen, or visit meshjustice.com now. You deserve justice, and the call is free. And there is no fee unless we win your case. Call now for your free case evaluation. Again, call the law offices of Wright & Schulte immediately at the number on your screen, or visit meshjustice.com now.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, being accompanied to the ring by Guy Tweakassetti at a combined weight of 400 pounds, Rock God Ricky Gibson and Freak Nasty Eddie Pearl. 4 minutes of heat.
I think Tweakassetti really needs to switch to decaf, but he does have high stakes here because if 4 minutes of heat get the victory, it sounds like Guy Tweakassetti will become their official manager.
Yeah, I think 4 minutes of heat, maybe a little bit cautious about that, maybe a little befuddled.
I mean, what would you know what to think of this?
I mean, he is a befuddling persona, that is for sure, and I think he just needs to cut off caffeine altogether.
And introducing their opponents at a combined weight of 385 pounds, the team of Honest John and El Numero Uno, Mike Camden.
This really proved to be the team that we didn't know we needed. I mean, what a fight they gave the tag team champions, the Bodega. It looked like Camden was going to go it alone, and then enter Honest John, and he showed lots of guts, lots of heart, lots of toughness.
Yeah, enter Honest John, and he was able to withstand so much punishment. I think he earned a lot of respect from Mike Camden. We see them here about to team up against another team that has so much continuity going for them in 4 minutes of heat.
And the continuity became a factor, I think, for Camden and Honest John against the tag team champions, and it could be a repeat here because we've seen 4 minutes of heat in big-time matches, tag team title matches. They've competed championship wrestling at Primetime Live. They've scored big wins, and we'll see if they can do it here. They've defeated the likes of Friendship Farm before they were fractured, defeated Beef Candy. We saw that Richie Slade has gone on to become the Heritage Champion, so that's a big win. And there you see that double teaming, the tag team continuity, and not even a count of one.
Yeah, and I think beyond the victories, it's just the tightness of that team, the traveling up and down the roads, the going through all the adversity. You'd be hard-pressed to find two competitors that are more on the same page than 4 minutes of heat.
No question about it. There we see the Rock God, Ricky Gibson, and their scores with the neck breaker. Center of the ring, only a count of one. Camden, El Numero Uno, a big, tough athlete. Tough to get in a precarious position, one. Certainly very tough to keep him there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the wise choice to start this matchup against 4 minutes of heat, but there again, you see the double teaming, that continuity coming into play. Big time cover. Camden able to stay alive, getting the shoulder up.
And again, the X factor out there, Guy Tweakazetti. You know, it was that stipulation of sorts made by Jamie Iovine that said, hey, if 4 minutes of heat can win this matchup, you'll become their manager. And to your point, I don't know if 4 minutes of heat really know what to make of that, but certainly don't seem necessarily adverse to the idea.
Well, I heard Ricky Gibson say, actually, there's something about him. He's growing on me.
There you have it. Well, it's been all 4 minutes of heat for the most part thus far. You got Freak Nasty Eddie Pearl, who's checked in there with Honest John. You know, talk about there's something to him and showing me something. That's exactly what I thought about Honest John in that tag team title matchup.
Yeah, the ability to just take a beating as he gets flapjacked down to the canvas and keep going. A lot to put away Honest John. Could be done here, though.
Here's the cover by Ricky Gibson. Doesn't elect to hook the leg, and almost on cue, Honest John showing yet again that he can take a beating, and he's receiving one right now from 4 minutes of heat. More double team offense coming your way. A little slingshot, but breaking that up is Honest John getting the boot up.
Yeah, Honest John, now what's he got in store for both of 4 minutes of heat? What
man.
A high cross body.
Talk about some serious hang time there. Honestly, it was.
Yeah, and wisely making the tag to Mike Camden. 4 minutes of heat now are on their heels and on their backs.
Camden, El Numero Uno, is a heavy hitter for certain, and you're seeing it here, these big forearm shots, dividing, conquering.
Yeah, right now this is going more of what Camden had in mind when he challenged the Bodega. But 4 minutes heat, look at Camden though, just pulling it all out. And now 4 minutes of heat, they're both stacked in the corner. Oh, well, vicious.
4 minutes of heat are close, all right, but not the way they want to be. Big release, German suplex by the big man, and might be booking the round trip here. Another one, companion pass for that flight.
Yeah, 2 for 1 for 4 minutes of heat.
My former broadcast colleague Stu Stone liked to say, BOGO, buy one, get one. Picks him up, big spine buster. Man, power personified. Ooh, close call there, and man, Tweakazetti almost saw his hopes and dreams get dashed.
And talk about tag team continuity.
Oh,
look at Honest John getting in on the act.
Monkey flip out of the corner.
Maybe something building here with Camden and John.
Well, they got to take advantage. They've got a huge opportunity to put this team away right now. Double team, suplex, and neckbreaker in stereo.
Oh, what's going on here?
Yeah, you got Slice Boogie and casting a big shadow back there is King Fat Boy.
Yeah, Papo Esco, the one-man lucha gang, getting involved in this matchup.
He pulls Tweakazetti there off the apron.
What is going on with him?
Oh my goodness! Look at that! Danny Limelight just he hit him with the tag team title.
Thief in the night, Danny Limelight.
And now you got Gibson in there, going for the cover. He's out.
Here are your winners. 4 minutes of heat.
Well, we did see that money transfer transpire, and I guess that's what they paid for. And then you can see it now with Tweakazetti. Money well spent, I guess.
Yeah, he just bought himself a ticket to become 4 minutes of Heat's manager. The payoff, paying dividends.
Would you say that Tweakazetti invested in the future of this team?
Well, he certainly invested in the future of the tag team division. Big fans of Rock God and Freak Nasty.
Congratulations, gentlemen! I had no idea this could possibly, I mean, I pictured it, but I had no idea that this would actually work. Twig, look at you. You're a superstar. You brought these two to the top already. Guys, this is incredible. The opportunities, they're coming, guys. You've made me so happy. You've made me an incredibly happy interim GM. But, Tweak, my man, you got to keep these guys in line, you know? You got to keep them going. You got to tell them how to work. You got to keep them on the road. You got to keep them focused. So you're going to roll with them for the meantime, all right? You're going to go with them. And for the rest of the time that we know each other, for the rest of the time you're working here, you're going with them. Don't ask me for a ride. You're going with them. Have a good night, gentlemen.
Okay, here we go. I guess a union is made.
Hopefully, and they say big opportunities coming 4 minutes of heat and Guy Tweekassetti's way.
Perhaps the best team that money can buy. We'll be back after this.
Broken refrigerator? $2,500. Busted air conditioning? $4,000. Get an American Residential Home Warranty Plan, and when a covered appliance or system breaks, we'll repair it or replace it. Why let a major appliance or system breakdown wipe out your savings? Or deal with the headache of finding quality service people?
Their service is great. You can call them 24 hours a day. ARW is so professional. They handled my claim right away.
Get a home security system free with any plan. Call American Residential Warranty. They'll get you covered.
Can your kitchen knife do this? How about this? Well, now it can. Born of the forge with a heart of steel and fire is a once-in-a-lifetime knife inspired by the hit TV show Forged in Fire. So sharp and so strong, it will cut everything in your kitchen, frozen or fresh. Forged in Fire's knives, surgical steel construction, and razor-sharp edge literally shatters the competition. And that means no more bashing bread or terrorizing your turkey. Each knife is hammered right out of the forge and comes professionally sharpened so you can tear through your T-bone. And even fillet your fish. Make salads speedy and simple. Then finish with your fruits. Its professional ergonomic handle won't slip, even chopping this frozen solid block of ice. And that torture won't dull its precision sharpness. Amazing. Professional chefs know a sharper knife is a safer knife because you cut exactly where you need to. Your food, not your fingers. Let's watch that again. That's a sharp knife. It may be the last knife you'll ever buy, and we'll hand number each limited edition item to commemorate your purchase. Professional knives like this can cost over $300, but you won't pay that. Now you can get the 8-inch surgical stainless steel Forged in Fire chef's knife for the low price of only $29.95. And when you order now, you'll get the Forged in Fire paring knife absolutely free for razor sharp results with your fruits and vegetables. And that's not all. Order a second set of knives right now, and we'll give you free shipping on the entire order. And all Forged in Fire knives come with our 50-year guarantee. But you must order now.
To order, call 1-800-667-0579 or go to buyforgedinfire.com. Don't wait. Call 1-800-667-0579 or go to buyforgedinfire.com.
The following contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Scranton, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 187 pounds, Keita Murray.
Back for more action here on Championship Wrestling. What a phenomenal young athlete this Keita Murray is.
Yeah, no doubt about it, and he's really embracing and leaning into his name, Keita, which he, of course, has told us is an African king. He's looking to be the king in that wrestling ring.
He's been really looking into his genealogy, history of his bloodline, and just incredibly talented performer in that ring. We've seen him here on Championship Wrestling and on Primetime Live. He's got a big challenge here.
And introducing his opponent, being accompanied to the ring by Darwin Finch from sunny Southern California, weighing in at 3,000 butterflies, gentlemen, Jervis.
A couple things I'm happy to see here, James Kincaid. A, Darwin Finch able to move under his own power after getting absolutely waylaid by Sweet Robin Shaw last week. And the return of a bit of razzmatazz here in Gentleman Jervis. He was so downtrodden last week. Of course, we heard him say he wants to meet Sweet Robin Shaw next week and hopefully bury the hatchet.
Yeah, hopefully to bury the hatchet. Maybe they can rebuild that bridge of friendship. But you're right. It is great to see Jervis, just having that bounce in his step, that spring in his step again. Looked like he might have been gone for good.
Yeah, I mean, he came out on the ramp last week for Darwin Finch's match. Well, swing and a miss there.
Oh, he can't win them all.
Well, I don't know if those goggles are prescription. But Keita Murray had his back turn moment too. Keita Murray just so serious. Look at this, just
laser focus.
Ice water running through his veins. And before, that wasn't the case. A change in demeanor. He was once known as all that Keita Murray. He was very fun-loving, high high octane, high energy, and now just really turning serious in terms of his competition.
Yeah, Keita has replaced the orange soda he used to bring into his matches with just a steely gaze and a lot of aggression.
Oh, pulling him in there, taking advantage of the sportsmanship.
Look at the look in Keita's eyes.
Wow, nice job, though, by Jervis to change levels and come up with a takedown. Thought he was going to do so again with the hip toss. Nice balance by Keita Murray. Talked about the athleticism of this great competitor. He's really packed on some size and strength as well, and he's got really amazing agility.
Yeah, he looks to be in phenomenal shape. Always is, but maybe the best that we've seen yet in Keita Murray.
And perception is everything. You know, if Keita studied that genealogy and sees himself as a king, you know, and in that bloodline, he just carries himself with more confidence. Although getting beat down right now by Jervis in those open hand shots.
Yeah, you know, Jervis likes to be all about the fun, but he has all the necessary skills in that ring for victory.
Sure does. Gentleman Jervis, a former United Tag Team title holder, back when he teamed with the Hobo. And up and over there, but not so fast. Catching Gentleman Jervis there was Keita Murray. Here we see the power on display and deposits the gentleman, not a gentlemanly move there, deposits him on that top rope.
No, now Jervis in a bad spot. The breathing could become an issue after a maneuver like that. Keita looking to capitalize, but Jervis not having it. What a spine buster.
World's friendliest man. Nothing friendly about that. He absolutely spiked Keita Murray with that spine buster. You can see the effects, you know, just in agony was Keita, but turning it around, the jawbreaker, the up kick. Believe he calls that combination the money clip, and he'll be making some money if he scores a big victory here over a perennial favorite in Gentleman Jervis.
Now Keita Murray sizing him up on that second rope. Again, the focus, but Jervis had it scouted. Nobody home for Keita Murray. That's got to hurt.
It's going to take a toll on the tailbone, that's for sure, and Gentleman Jervis picks up the pace. We talked about the agility of Murray looking as quick as ever. Is Gentleman Jervis looking for that bunny hop stomp? Nobody home. Goes for it once, goes for it twice, sweeping the leg.
Yeah, Jervis coming up empty-handed on that bunny hop twice there. Keita looking to regain control of this matchup. What's he got? So he looks like checking that knee there. That hesitation going to cost Keita. Jervis has got him.
Oh, he's looking for that rockabye slam and going right to the eyes is Keita Murray. That's the thing with Jervis. He's been such a favorite here. He's got a lot of film you can study, and Keita was wise to it, but turning it around is Jervis. Nice back elbow as Keita Murray strung up on the ropes, and another one for good measure.
Yeah, Jervis in full control right now. There's that bunny hop.
That time he hit all of it. Not going to get chased out of Farmer McGregor's garden without getting the victory.
Here is your winner, Gentleman Jervis.
Great to see Jervis picking up a win.
Absolutely. Darwin Finch there to celebrate with Gentleman Jervis, who looks back. He's back in his winning ways. He's got that razzmatazz. But how will the meeting go with Robin Shaw next week if Shaw shows up? We'll be back with more.
Emily May here at Championship Wrestling with Dan Joseph. So fans are shocked because you took the Arizona State Championship belt, threw it in a trash can, and lit it on fire. Why would you do something like that?
I had a moment, all right? I had a moment, that's it. Lost my cool, got a little upset, but at the end of the day, what did I do? I singed some leather, maybe melted a little bit of metal. It's all right, they have money, they can buy a new belt, everything's fine. There's no reason to lose it, you know? Everything's fine. These things happen, right? And they're going to continue to happen. You're freaking out. You okay? Okay. Okay. Okay.
This is a national healthcare alert from the 24/7 Diabetic Health Hotline. If you, a family member, or a loved one has diabetes, listen closely. Now, regardless of your age, if you have insurance, you may qualify to receive diabetic testing supplies with little to no out-of-pocket cost. Get free delivery, free information, and all the paperwork is handled by our accredited suppliers for free. Call the 24/7 Diabetic Health Hotline now for details. Toll free at this number.
You've decided to go back to school. Good for you. So, which would you rather do? Get up early, get dressed, drive to college, find a parking spot, walk across campus, only to sit in a giant lecture hall, or earn your degree from home with Independence University.
I have 2 small children, a 10-year-old and a 4-year-old, so the online format and the flexibility was a must.
I could work at my own pace, and I was still able to take care of my kids while going to school.
We'll even provide you with a new laptop and tablet to keep when you graduate, and a personal student success team.
I have had such personalized attention, and it's an online degree.
If I had a question on the coursework, I always got my answer within an hour or 2.
I will never be able to express what I owe this institution.
Independence University, online, but never alone.
Call 1-800-768-2670, 1-800-768-2670.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, inventor of MyPillow. Thanks to your support, you've helped make MyPillow become one of the fastest growing companies in America. Over the last 12 years, you've helped MyPillow create thousands of jobs right here in the USA.
When I got MyPillow, I'm asleep almost immediately. I stay asleep at night and I wake up more well-rested in the morning.
That's why I invented MyPillow. My patented fill adjusts to your exact individual needs and helps keep your neck supported and aligned. I'm interrupting this commercial right now to give you deep discounts, not just on my pillows, but also my mattress toppers, sheets, and so much more. For example, you can get body pillows regularly $89.99, only $29.99 with your promo code. With our 60-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to lose. Sleep well, America!
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit mypillow.com.
It is main event time on Championship Wrestling. 3-time Arizona State champion looking to add to his collection. He's got his eyes on the prize in the form of the Heritage title.
Yeah, in the form of beef candy. EJ Sparks laid down the challenge, and here we go. Big-time opportunity for Phoenix's favorite son.
No doubt about it. Made the challenge when Beef Candy was out here on commentary during a recent matchup. And I think begrudgingly, Slade accepted.
Yeah, I don't think that they really want any part of EJ Sparks. I have a feeling their hand might have been a little bit forced there, but we're going to get it.
Accompanied by Flex McCallion. There's the Heritage champion, everlasting Richie Slade.
God, everlasting. Flex his mouth is what's everlasting on Beef Candy. He never seems to stop talking.
And we've got to remember, a lot of recent history again with Jack Banning and Jordan Clearwater. But, it really opportunistic of that was Richie Slade, because Banning went a long way to help Slade claim the Heritage title.
Yeah, no one reaped the rewards of that more than Richie Slade, and now he is just doing whatever he can to hold on to that. How about when they were on commentary? I use that term loosely, with the saying that they spent the time working on their tan.
Their coating, I believe it was.
Coating, yes.
The candy coating.
Yeah, their glamour muscles of Beef Candy.
All right, title will be on the line in our main event. And here to set the stage, Adnan Qureshi.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Hollywood Heritage Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from Phoenix, Arizona, weighing in at 175 pounds, Phoenix's favorite son, E.J. Sparks.
Sparks looks loose. He looks focused. He looks ready.
Introducing his opponent.
Time out. Let me handle this, a man of real beef. Let me speak the champion's name. Let me give him a proper introduction. You are looking at a man weighing in at 85 kilos. He has ventured here all the way from Candyland. You are looking at the succulent one. You are looking at the Candyman. You are looking at the everlasting Richie Slade, your heritage champion and 50% of beef. Candy. Yeah, baby.
All right. Well, I'm sorry that you all had to endure that along with us, fans watching at home, but it
gets longer every time.
It sure does.
Every time with these guys.
It's like a nerd rope.
Yeah. Keeps on going.
Title on the line. There you see what it's all about. Heritage title held by so many greats over the years. Likes of Scrap Iron Adam Pierce held that title. Tyler Rust, many others. Jordan Clearwater, who had it robbed from him.
I'd love to see A.J. Sparks add his name to that list of champions.
No doubt about it. Nice athleticism early, going upstairs, scores with one of those signature kicks in the opening seconds. And, I think that Sparks just wants to try and end this thing quick, not allow flex to be a factor on the outside.
Say what you want about Beef Candy. They usually do come in with a plan, with the ability to create distractions and disorder in that ring that has allowed Richie Slade to stay Heritage Champion.
Last time we saw Slade defend the title, it was against Sweet Robin Shaw, and so obviously a lot has gone down.
Wait a minute,
the referee just hightailing it out of here. We're told there's some sort of scuffle going on in the back. We'll try and get a camera back there, but
what's going on?
Champion and challenger are still moving forward. We sure do, and the challenger is in control. And now Flex McCallion taking the championship. E.J. Sparks looking for the roundhouse rhythm, and McCallion's got the title and the champion.
Where are they going? Where is the ref headed to? I've never seen a ref hightail like that, let alone in a championship match. Beef Candy looks like they're calling it.
Oh yeah, they're heading back to Candyland, and now we got a camera in the back, I'm told. Let's take a look at what in the world's going on.
Let's run!
Fight! 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 Fight!
Ah! No! Clearwater, what are you doing?
Jordan! It's time for me to get what I want. Go!
Oh, what's going on here? What's going on here?
Hey,
Stop them! Stop them!
Hey, get up!
Why don't you turn that thing off and call the police?